1:59. It's now, I'm sorry, that's not right. This was taken just like right before I started dashing. July 16, 2023. See, it's busy. Okay, well, this is how this is what they do with DoorDash. So they block orders. They block good orders. Tonight I had about 4 of them going back and forth different places. That as soon as I would get to the location to pick up the food, the order would cancel out. So here I am dashing at 2 o'clock in the morning to make ends meet. When we get intel, that's why. Because they do shit like that to me. It costs them. But when you're dealing with people that aren't all there, they don't sit down and figure out those costs. Our guys have. They know to the penny how much it's cost them. I take my chunk change. I think I had one order that I had to, you basically unassign it because the store's closed. And you're supposed to get half pay. Didn't get it. So they stole my $6. They've taken up a lot of my time and gas today, making sure I get, orders that will use a lot of gas or time, blocking good orders, stuff like that, so that I'm always broke. Mr. Perry wants to traffic me. He sold me to a Houston realtor. We've said this over and over and over and over and over, and they're desperate. He said I could stand to lose millions if I don't get her delivered. Human trafficking is a very egregious, serious crime. Everyone else, you got your little crowd of weirdos. You got your little crowd of people who put money into this, and everybody else hates your guts. And so we're getting the help, you're not. You're making people uncomfortable. You're the minority. Everyone else can't understand why the fuck anyone would do that. So, or starve women and children and think that makes them tough or whatever it is you guys think. We don't even know. We're sitting, our forensic accountant and shrink have sat down and gone over the numbers as to how much this is costing you every time I'm broke. When we get intel, the intel will be used to put you in prison. Why else would we do this? It's a lot of hard work that's gone into getting that intel. And you guys get all put out, she won't let us traffic her. Oh my God. She won't let us murder her. She won't let us make her broke. And so, whatever, total whack job club there. No normal person would do that or even think of it. You guys think of stuff no normal person could come up with if they had to. So we just want you to know whatever you're spending, we're buying. It's getting us. Actually, at the end of the day, the result of it is intel that will be used to put you in prison, and you won't get out, and you won't hurt anybody ever again. So when you take my little $6, I hope it was worth it. I hope you think it was worth it. Y'all run around going, how does she know? How'd she find out? When you take my money, when you invade my privacy, when you cause a problem for me, we get intel, period. It's not up to you. We don't call you and ask your permission. We get it. You got a lot of people pissed off at you, and you got a lot of people with a lot of power pissed off at you. Every day I'm broke. Every day you're invading my privacy. Every day you're sitting around on your butts thinking about how to make me fail. One woman, bunch of dudes, have a meeting. How can we make her fail? How can we frustrate her? How can we discourage her? What can we do so she's destitute and digging out of a dumpster? Then she'll be trafficked so she can eat for a week, and then I'm dead. Make her sign the lie. I wasn't supposed to know about the affidavit lie Mr. Perry drew up. Wasn't supposed to know about the marriage license that he forged. Wasn't supposed to know about this fake wedding bullshit he had planned, or the club raids, or the all the weirdo shit he's come up with that he's run around and told people, and he gets back to me. How does he get back to me, Charles? Who gets that from you to me? The Roswell aliens are telling, you're telling the Roswell aliens, and then they come and tell me. Yeah, I guess you put that in court or something. So when I screenshot these, it's to show that, okay, it's showing busy, so why am I not getting orders? And nothing. This will go 20, 30 minutes with nothing. And then maybe once in a while a bad order will pop up. So our guys are sitting there watching you do all this. Who's our guys? Don't act put out. You're the ones running around asking, how did she find out? How did she know? Who got me the Fabian puzzle? I psychically wish that to me. Right? There's no police. Okay, so whatever. You think whatever, you guys are the nutbags here, you're the ones running around. How did she find out? How did she know? How did she know what to do right there? Even though she didn't say something beforehand, Dodged a bullet. How'd she know what to do to dodge the bullet? How many times just that? I mean, you're spending the money. You're spending the money buying us intel. The intel will be used to put you in prison. You've done it every day for 10 years. I mean, you've named your people. Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, Sanjay, Bald Fat Calvin, Beverly, Renee, Blankenship, Desiree, Richard, Dickey, Andrew, Lawrence, James, Reuben, Bruce, Betancourt, Oscar. Betancourt gets really bent out of shape when I say his name. Who is he to you? Muffin Man. We have all that. Who has it? I mean, how much money you spend taking my chunk change so it buys us intel? Every time you make me broke, every day you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They got a court order, you got a weirdo problem with no power over it. You take from me, they take from you. You cause me a problem, they'll cause you 20. You're seeing things you've not seen before. When Charles pesters Cindy and takes her money, things happen we've not seen before. Your guy said that. He's flicking at you right now. So, when you think it's cute that you took my 6, and then we're quoting you, or we got another name, who's Tim and Greg? Huh? Who's Tim and Greg? Who's Nick? Who's Nikki? I mean, we're getting more names every day. So you tell us, Mr. Perry, how much is it? Can you still add, accountant? I mean, how much money are you really spending to take my $6, or are whatever money I need to be making? We had a whole conversation with the DoorDasher that made $270 yesterday. So imagine how my little 30, your little canned food. Yeah, I don't do canned food, guys. I don't do it. I don't do stupid either. I can't handle it. So when you're looking at a bunch of guys that spend all day trying to make one woman fail, and spend a hell of a lot of money taking chunk change, and then running around going, how'd she know? How'd she find out? Every day for 10 years. Imagine the crazy we think you are. All the normal people out here, the millions and millions of normal people that don't understand your little tiny group of strango. Okay, so when we quote you, it's never up to you, is it? But when you cost me money, then they're going to take from you. It's going to cost you something. You're paying for it already. Ask Muffin Man. Okay, so we're going to film it now. So now we're going to see how long this goes. We're just going to let it run. And then however long it goes that there's no money coming in, okay, that's going to cost you. We got Greg, we got Tim out of the last time you did that. We got Muffin Man, we get Bald Fat Calvin and Sanjay do this. Sanjay is the hacker that does the computer shit. Sanjay was the one that was canceling my orders, we heard, as soon as I pulled up. Is that true? Calvin and Sanjay do that mostly. Do you feel good about yourselves ruining people's lives? Trying to starve a woman into being trafficked? Because I'm not going willingly, it says kidnapping. You think if you take my car, I'll call you, and you can talk me into doing something that I've already told you no to. I'm quoting you, Charles. I already know what you're going to say. Pathetic. Just stop embarrassing me. Stop embarrassing me. Don't act put out. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. We're naming your people. You can't name even one of ours. You know why? Because people like us. They do not like you. A man's kindness brings blessings. We can get information at the snap of a finger. His cruelty will be his downfall. People don't like you. Cruelty makes people mad, and when they're mad, they rant. And they might get information to somebody who's going to make it stop. But you do what you do. So we're going to film this however long. Tonight is I'm trying to make money tonight. I'm trying to work. I got Perry Hacker taking my money, blocking orders. $270 the guy made. He goes, I made $270 today already. And this was about 7 o'clock at night last night. He said, I've been out since about 7 this morning. 7, so in 12 hours I made $270. Okay, we have a forensic accountant that's also done some similar numbers. He's awfully confused as to why I'm broke. When I'm broke, we start getting intel. Because most people don't think that that's how you treat people. Starve them until they do what you want. So what it ends up doing is it buys us intel, because I'll go without food for 2, 3, 4 days. I lived in my car for 6 months for the first time in my life and did without food for 2 and 3 and 4 days. I'd eat a bag of almonds from Quick Trip, cost $1. That'd be all I had all day. All I had today was a donut, all day long. So, I think what our guy said is, in March 2020, her privacy better not be invaded anymore. You better not contact her or her family. You're causing emotional, you've spent your emotional capital with everybody in my life, trying to use them to get to me. Just so you know. And watch your loved ones suffer. We're going to make you watch your loved ones suffer. In fact, we're going to make you suffer with her sometimes and make you feel threatened all the time. If you can't make her do what we want. You've spent that emotional capital, you've spent their money, you've spent their time. Yeah. Not a hero, you're a villain. So, now you're going to take my car. Are you waiting for me to go back home so you can take my car? How would you know where I live? How do you know what I drive, stalker? Do you have any legal means to know what I drive or where I live or when and where I'm working? In order to fuck it up, whatever it is. The club, or if at the club you ran off all the customers. Here you just, I just don't get any orders in. Yeah, that's weird. We got a forensic accountant that doesn't have the same experience I do at all. Is willing to ready to testify against you in your criminal trial. Why do we get the intel? Why do you think we're getting it? All your code words and shit? Ask the Muffin Man why he thinks that. Okay, so we're just documenting. Tonight is get intel night because you're gonna piss everybody off. I'm not gonna get an order in all night long. I'm up all night. We're gonna do this all fucking night. I'm not going home. We're gonna take notes. We're gonna start getting names. We're gonna start getting more intel. And that's what tonight's gonna be about. Because every time I'm broken, you piss people off. That's what happens. We get intel. I quoted a judge today, didn't I? The hard thing we want to do this harassment thing on Ms. Ortiz. Texas Penal Code, blah, blah. And the guy goes, she's not in Texas. In fact, you're not even in Texas. You guys are always here. None of y'all are in Texas. So I don't think the Texas Penal Code applies. Then he was talking to somebody else. I think it was the same guy. Sounded like it. They don't tell me always who it is. How do you explain how Perry's always in Oklahoma? I mean, she came here to be with her family and get away from him. He's claiming he's being harassed. So why is he here? She left Lubbock because he was harassing her. She went home to her family. Why doesn't he just do the same if he's really being harassed? Or is he just like lying in court? He wants that second false arrest and that. Here, you have to sign the lie and you have to be trafficked. It was supposed to be done by Sunday, we heard. So you're just ramping up the pressure, coercion, more crime, more crime, more crime. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts with intent to coerce, grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. I haven't eaten all day. I ate one donut all day Sunday, so that's more charges for deprivation and interference. When's he going to file them? How bad's it going to be for you? What day's he going to arrest you? How much is it really costing you financially every time you take my chunk change? I mean, you're insistent on doing it, so have you thought that through? Okay, so we'll just let it sit. But what they did earlier is I got an order from one place, I drove to that place, and it canceled the second I got there. Then I'd get another order from another place, drive to that place, cancel as soon as I get there. So what that does is basically running out my gasoline and my time. Getting no money. Cute. We'll see if it's cute next time well, who's Nikki? Yeah. Okay. Is it cute now? See, it's cute when you're in prison. I'm going to come visit you and go, all that shit you did to me, that hell you put me through, the coercion, the unbearable pressure to lie for you, sign the affidavit I'm not even supposed to know about, be trafficked. Most women don't know they're trafficked before, do they? I do. To a Houston realtor. Who's Lucius? How do we know you called my school and told them not to give me my failer so she can't get her school loan money? How do we know that? The club raids. All the times you called in. Please pull her over. Please do a club raid. Please take her car away. Who has those actual recordings, Mr. Perry? What day is he going to arrest you and how bad is it going to be? And when you're in prison, I'm going to come go, is it cute now? You thought it was so cute when you did it. Y'all giggled. We'll do this to her. Is it cute now that you're sitting in prison? Was it worth it? How much money did it cost you to get yourself here? Because your money, taking my money, buys us intel. The intel is going to be used to convict you. Indict and convict. I've said that. I'm repeating myself. That's the thing now. When Charles was around, you gotta say it over and over, and he still won't get it. So look how long this has been just running and running and running. The whole time I was talking, it was running. Yeah, he said you didn't finish. Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. Not in any way, shape, or form. Directly or indirectly. She better not be broke. Get your hands out of her wallet. Because I'll make you pay. You need to give back what you took. Fix what you broke. And you get the fuck out. And if you do nothing else, at least get the fuck out. Because I'm about to do it for you through the legal process. You're not to threaten her. And you're not to try to entice or bribe. Period. All of that's illegal. You are to stop. He told you that in March 2020. We got a shit ton of intel they are gonna use to put you in jail and get a conviction, and you're gone. And we don't have to deal with this anymore. It's over. So how much money have you spent putting yourself there? Whenever he's ready to do it, it's 10 years into this. He's probably about, don't you think he's about done? Who's Nikki? Who's Greg? Who's Tim? Who's Oscar? Who's Bruce? I mean, you tell us. They're coming up in police chatter. Yeah. What's Pin the Tail on the Donkey? What's Hansel and Gretel? What's Rumpelstiltskin? What's Papa John's? Huh? What's Ratatouille? What's Weeble Bobbles? Those are your code words, right? We have our own too. We have some too. You don't know ours. We know yours. Because you do this. Make her broke so she has to go be trafficked. We gotta deliver this one. We can't deliver this one. We're gonna have to starve her. Make her eat out of a dumpster. She just ain't destitute enough yet. That's Calvin, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. But the other thing is, we gotta run out of gas. Then she don't make no money. Then she'll go do what we tell her. Really? I lived in my car and went days without food or a bath, Calvin. For 6 months I did that. You'll pay for it. You're paying for it now. You just don't know. You guys aren't very smart. You'd sit down and add up the cost. Every time I quote you and you run around going, how did she know? How did she find out about that? How did I know about the conversation today? Why, if he wants to do a harassment claim against her, how the hell is he going to explain why he's always in Oklahoma? This is not happening in Texas. She's not going where he is. He's going where she is. This for 7 years he's been telling people he's going to harass the hell out of her. And then if she talked about it, then he'll lie and claim she's doing the harassing. She's not harassing. She's reacting to him. Why is he here? Why is he here? So I heard that conversation. Judge Egan, I'm not told specifics about whatever the hell that's all about, Mr. Perry. I know this. Unless it's a trans, I don't like guys that act like girls. I fucking don't. It's disgusting. Bullies that go around bullying, and when they get hit back, finally somebody hits them back. And they're all sniveling in the corner, pissing themselves. Oh, I'm a victim. The teacher. And we're all like, oh my God, wow. So we get the help, not you. We have for 10 years. Right, David? You were all mad today. We heard you ranting today. Sunday. So the more you do this, take my money. How much money are you spending taking my money that buys us intel? The intel will be used to put you in jail and get a conviction and an indictment. The more we get, the easier that will be to do. If you sat down and added it up, we have in our shrinks land. I don't think they understand what it means to them when she's broke or when he's pestering her. They haven't sat down and figured that out. They're not very smart. Criminals are stupid or they wouldn't be criminals. They'd find a way to make money legit. Yeah, and you can't do it, can you? Yeah. All right, whatever. So since you didn't do what he said, look how much more we got since March 2020. Look how much money you guys spent buying us intel. Nobody else has. It's different, completely different when you do it to me. You don't know what that means. You guys, none of you know what that means, do you? We laugh. I mean, we're just like, oh my God, it's so easy, it's not fair. Still going, nothing. Yeah, they're gonna starve me till I lie, because I'm telling them the truth now. They're gonna force me to be trafficked, and nobody will suspect a thing. We found a way to kidnap her, and nobody will report it. She'll go to work, we'll jerk her off the stage, say she's a prostitute because she takes her shoes off when she gives a lap dance so she doesn't poke a hole in the furniture. No money is exchanged for the act of taking your shoes off. And it's not sex, it's taking your shoes off so you don't poke a hole in furniture. But Perry needs a smear campaign, so we need the lie, right? Then we'll make her sign the lie. The affidavit I wrote that she's not even supposed to know about, but she does because there's cops all over me. I'm just not smart enough to get that. When you piss them off, you know, you're seeing things happen you've not seen before, right? Every time I don't have money, they're pissed. They're like dudes. They're like, I don't understand guys that do shit like that. I really don't. My mind doesn't go there. I'm not a sick, twisted, depraved, demented piece of shit. So I can't even understand why anybody would fucking do that shit. Traffic you. Go be the sex slave. Go suck the guy's dick so I can make my money. I'm going to take your money. I'm going to extort your money so I can have mine. I can stand to lose millions. That means I'm worth millions. That means I'm worth millions. I'm worth millions of dollars. Because you sold me. And you haven't been able to deliver for years, I hear. 4 years ago? 4 years ago you sold me, and you've been trying to deliver ever since. It was supposed to happen in August last year. And then it was supposed to happen at Christmas. That was supposed to happen in October. Right? Then it was supposed to happen today. Right? I'm quoting you. You don't quote us. We know your people. You don't know ours. This is Betancourt. Betancourt's in a lot of trouble right now. Does he know that? Huh? Does he know that? Who's Geppetto? Your witch? You hired a witch and you can't get through? Right? I mean, how do I know that? This, because you do shit like that. You take my money. Every day I'm broke, we get more. Every day you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They got a court order, you got a weirdo problem with no control. You can't control it. Right? We just need to discourage her. Make sure she don't make no money. Drive her around and cancel the order. Just use her gas up. I heard you talking about it. I heard you talking about it. So when you take my money, my guys get pissed off and they go up your ass. Because what they do is they get all the evidence they can possibly get and arrest everybody at the same time. And then it's not that hard to get a conviction, right? Did you call all around? Is it NYPD? Is it LAPD? Is it El Paso? And Calvin, every fucking day, get the car from her and tell her she cannot go to New Mexico. Did you go? Oh, somebody asked this morning. Did Cindy get a plane ticket yet? No. What do you mean, no? Wasn't there a wedding? No. She didn't go. She found out, didn't go do the Charles forged a marriage license. We've not even been on a date. I wouldn't go on a date with him if he's the last guy on the planet. I wouldn't do it. But he's a nasty piece of trash, hick, repulsive piece of ugh. I mean, he's been in Oklahoma 10 years. I won't talk to him. I won't see him. He hasn't seen me. I'm sorry. He sees me in the privacy of wherever it is I'm living, or even maybe my car. I won't go where he is. I don't want to see him. I don't like him. I mean, he makes my skin crawl. So, but when these guys traffic, they get a lot of, they go to a lot of effort to rip down the finances and support systems so that the woman is easier to coerce into being trafficked. If you want to survive, if you want to eat, you're going to have to be trafficked, and you got to suck these guys' dicks, or you won't eat. We're going to control the money. It's all over Oklahoma City Police Department's website. Here's what they do. I took organized crime class in college, and that's what they do. That's what you guys are doing, what traffickers do. You're organized crime. By the way, Charles, somebody in Lubbock complained about that. Charles, we voted for him because he said he was a happily married church deacon. Turns out he's been hanging out in Oklahoma strip clubs for the last decade. We haven't seen him here. He's not ever here. Why is he always in Oklahoma? Yeah, how are you going to make a harassment claim work? Your car wasn't wrecked 5 times. You're not broke. You're not interested. You don't have people trying to make you eat out of a dumpster, so you'll lie. You're pathetic. Anyways, so what they've done is exactly what everything that you'll ever find on human trafficking, all the information that has come available to law enforcement, that's what they're doing. I told you so. What do you want me to do? I told you so. How many times do you want me to say that? I just said. I did say. Huh? So, who's Nikki? Who's Bruce? Who's Betancourt to you? Betancourt, why don't you come see me? You're not really tough if you don't face whoever it is you attack. And I guess a couple times today, when I wouldn't just fold, call Betancourt and see what we're supposed to do. Call David and ask him what we're supposed to do. Get her car from her, and then we'll see if she'll finally subjugate and be coerced and be trafficked. And didn't you say that? What police department has it? You don't know. Nobody will help you. People are appalled at you. Appalled at you. And y'all act like you just don't care. So you're the minority, you're not the majority. The result of that is we get the intel, not you. Did she get a plane ticket yet? No, she didn't go this weekend to the club, so we couldn't run our little bullshit. And then somebody else said, these are the recordings we got on today. Somebody else said, we talked to everybody at the club. Nobody knows anything. Nobody's talked to her. She's not been around. She's not bothering anybody. She hasn't said anything. So, mostly I think everybody's sick of the drama. Perry's gonna lose millions if I'm not trafficked. I'm worth millions. I got a lot of leverage over you. Watch your $1 million chick go eat out of a dumpster. What good? Will that help you? Will that help you if you take my car and you're watching your $1 million chick eat out of a dumpster? Will I be worth $1 million then? How much have you spent to get us intel? That I'm always saying it before you do it, not after. Great detail. I knew there was a marriage fraud. You got to cover up the marriage license. You got to get cooperation from my family, make him think it's a love thing. Well, she loves me. She's just too afraid to say. It's just a bad economy, and she won't let me help her. She got herself in a jam, and she just won't let me help her. Oh my God, you and Hitler. I'm going to take away all the things you worked for all your life. I'm going to take away everything you care about, rip you away, rip families apart, and then here's your little hut and your little canned food. I don't do canned food, guy. Absolutely not. Never going to happen. I'll go eat out of a dumpster first. Then how much am I worth? Huh? How much am I worth if I'm eating out of a dumpster, Mr. Perry? Am I worth anything if I'm eating out of a dumpster? Take her car away and get her plate so she can't go to Roswell. Oh, look at that. And it's an upside down order. I can't even do anything with that. You lose. Yeah, it has to be. No. So how much money am I worth if I'm eating out of a dumpster? Huh? I don't know. So, anyways, they got me the Fabian puzzle that gets me all this stuff. In jail. Wasn't up to you. When I quote you, and I got your name, Betancourt, is it up to you? Did anybody call you and get permission? Get your permission. I got your name as being part of the sex trafficking, organized crime bullshit, and I got your name. So, is it okay if I give it to Cindy? No. What about you, Lucius? No. Nobody asked your permission, did they? No, they didn't. She can't go back to New Mexico. Make sure she don't go back to New Mexico. I'm gonna eat out of a dumpster here until you guys are arrested, and then I won't ever be broke again. That's what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm telling you now, I'm not going. Trafficking it comes with a life sentence per count. We're getting the intel to put you in jail. So what day will that be? Who's doing it? And how bad will they make things for you? How much money did you spend putting yourself there? Because we said in March 2020, here's the deal. It's illegal to threaten somebody with starvation or anything. And it's illegal to entice. I'll give you a house, but you gotta suck everybody's dick. Right? Isn't that what trafficking is? Sex slavery? Isn't that what you're trying to do? And then like in a week, I'll be dead because you're not gonna have me sign an affidavit that is your lie, that I'm not even supposed to know about right now, but I do. Because I have cops helping me that are up your ass. Now, Calvin, yours too. I don't care who you think you are. You're an arrogant piece of shit, Calvin. You think you're something. That arrogance works to our advantage in more ways than I can even tell you. We use the hell out of that in strategy. They're arrogant, they'll do this. They're arrogant, they'll say that. And you do it every time. If we put this bait out, they're arrogant, they'll fall for it in a heartbeat. And you do every time. So, yeah. I mean, you asked for it. Take her car away. Did she not get a plane ticket? No. The fraud wedding to cover up the forgery that we did, and the forgery that we did to tear down our finances and get past privacy laws and shit, and the power of attorney and all that crap that we did, the forgeries. The wedding, the fraud wedding didn't happen. Because we weren't able to go jerk her off the stage and arrest her and then have Charles go in and pretend like, after I planned all this criminal bullshit against you to hurt you, to subjugate you, to make you do this, I'll pretend I'm the hero. And then I'll go tell your family, well, she just got herself in a jam and she won't let me help her. If I say no, right? Get the fuck out of here. I'll see you at trial, right? If I said that. Huh? Here's the thing. You can't do shit to me unless God lets you do shit to me. And if He lets you do something to me, then He always has a plan to bless me double, whatever it is you took. You took my 6, He'll give me back 12. I don't know when, how, what, where, but He will. The guys that are helping me are going to use it in your criminal case. Just like that's upside down. Just like the thing, it's been like this all night. If there's anything at all, it's upside down. Or I get there and it cancels. They gotta make me broke. We had to get her back home so we can go get her car. How do you know where I live? How do you know what I drive? Stalker. Stalking is a felony. You don't care, do you? You don't care that we're quoting you. You don't even know what it means that we have all that. None of you do. You don't. Our shrink said that. I think not one of them knows what it means to them when they make her broke. You can tell they have no fucking idea. Or she's quoting them every day, and they don't know what that means. None of them know what that means that we have that. That should have occurred to them at the McNamara. So my guy's like, it's illegal to entice and it's illegal to threaten. And here's what you're going to do instead. You're going to leave her alone. How about that? And you didn't. So how much more evidence and names and code words and shit did we get after March 2020? We got Betancourt's name after March 2020. We're getting Betancourt talking. Betancourt's in a lot of trouble. He's up shit creek in ways he doesn't know. He will. Then he'll be like, well, I'll come see you. Is it cute now? Betancourt? You thought it was so cute to try to beat me down and to try to cause me to eat out of a dumpster? How many millions am I worth then? Huh? Didn't you go running around telling everybody that, Charles? If I can't deliver, I can lose millions. So I'm worth millions to you, right? So what about if I'm eating out of a dumpster? Am I still worth millions, sir? Huh? Because I've always told you, my choice is dumpster, and it's never going to be you. I'm not going to be trafficked. You should have found a subservient type, and not a hard-headed, I'm German, and fuck you, I was born with my middle finger up at the world type. Nobody's done what I've done. Nobody. in your entire lives, name one person that has done what I've done and that has the information I have. Who's getting it to me? You act like you don't know what it means, but when you do this, you bought me intel like a motherfucker. This right here is why we get the information we get, and then you guys run around, how'd she know? How'd she find out? This right here, you do that to me, and it pisses my guys off. It pisses them off like a motherfucker. What are you controlling? Huh? You're trying to control my money. You're trying to control the decisions I make in my life as to what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, who I'm going to do it with, and how. You got your scripts and your role-playing bullshit. We know about that, too. That went over like a bunch of lead bricks, by the way. What a bunch of fucking weirdos. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to do what they do and end up like them, all shriveled up and alone and pathetic. None of them have a girlfriend. All of those dudes are just fucking weirdo. That's what people say about you behind your back. You're the butt of a dirty joke. That's the best you'll ever be. You get caught when you do it to me, and you just keep doing it. March 2020. So I'm going to shut this off now. It has been 48 minutes. And there's nothing. Not a fucking... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I shut it off. Look at that. It says it's busy. In North Tulsa. That's where I was. Did you see any fucking orders come through? Like it's busy? No. Mr. Perry has hacked my phone. And he blocks money. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts with intent to coerce. Deprivation of food and shelter of a woman with intent to coerce, because we want to traffic her. We sold her. We took half our front. We got to deliver to get the other half of the money. She's going to sign the fucking lie because she's telling the truth now. We're going to put it out to the media. She's going to suck dicks for a week and then we kill her so she can't pop up again and tell everybody what we did. What about what the day the guys are helping me, when they make your arrest, then what are you going to do? How bad are they going to make things for you? I mean, you can find out. You seem to not care. We think you just don't fucking care. Alright, so we have all this. See, Mr. Perry. They came in today. Because when you make me broke, that's what happens. We get a lot of shit in. We're quoting the judge, aren't we? Is it Judge Egan or Judge Parker? Charles, when you contact me at all, we always get more. When you take my money, we always get more. Who's Nikki? When you invade my privacy, we always get more. It's been that way every day for 10 years. You don't know the half of what we have. So, all the stuff that I did all day long to quote you guys, look, right there. When you invade my privacy, take my money, contact me, and start butting into shit that does not concern you, we get more. So you want to know, how does she know and how did she find out about that? Look at the DoorDash app. Look what it did all night. That'll get us a shit ton of intel. Okay, that's all you did. How do I know that you sold people that? If I can't deliver her, it'll cost me millions. So I'm worth millions. Okay. You don't say I'm worth millions by going around telling people, if I can't deliver her, it's going to cost me millions. She's worth millions. Here's some canned food. Millions. $1 million chick. Yeah, I don't do canned food, guy. That's not going to happen. So we get all that. Every time you take a penny from me, I lose an eyelash because of you, we get more. Look at this. This was from today, Sunday. It's actually Monday now, it's 2:52, but see, all the stuff that we showed this was my phone's doing two different things today on DoorDash. One of them, I had shut it off. I was logged out, it shut off. It was on a timer. I signed up to Dash till like 8, and so at 8 it goes off. If you're not in the middle of an order, and as soon as you finish your last order, it goes off. The other one was still running. So we got all that. Because you think it's cute to beat down a woman who's worth millions. Okay. Now we got this. Mr. Perry likes to block my text, see? Shows the time in this. Right when I'm showing him two different screens, all of a sudden Mr. Perry blocks my text. Hackers do that. Block my orders, block his text. My guys tell me I have 200 emails and texts I have not seen yet. Because you took them. You blocked them. You intercepted. You get a lot of federal crime here, don't you know that? Look at this. Today, when you take my money, they take something. You take, they take. You cause a problem, they cause you a problem. You invade my privacy, they invade your privacy. You reap what you sow, don't you? You inherit that? So we're keeping track of this stuff. The kids like, oh, wait, look. Yeah, and our accountant has found the same thing. Your money is substantially less. That's fine. We'll charge him for it. And there's a thing called restitution and subsequent civil suits and all that crap that we can go after him. We'll go after him. He's not going to do this and get away with it this time. We've told him that. Not this time. You've quoted the bitch every fucking day for 10 years, and he doesn't understand what that means. Not a clue. Or he just likes it. Just likes getting caught. And they run around, how'd she find out? How'd she know? Look at all that. I think that was this morning, first thing. It's a lot, Perry. A lot of getting caught. See? Every day for a decade. You're not quoting us, we're quoting you. You don't have our guys' names, we have your guys' names. Nobody will tell you shit. Because you're cruel and everybody's sick of that and they want you gone. When you're gone, all the problems you cause, all the loss you cause, all the starvation you cause. Our witness, he starves women and rakes it in off their back. Off their starving fucking back. It is nasty. It is vulgar. It is upsetting. It is, I don't even know. I don't even have words as to what could be wrong with someone that would fucking do that. And I'm glad you guys are putting a stop to it. I'm tired of sleeping with one eye open. I ate a donut all day Sunday. That's all I had to eat. They made sure I made no money. Again. So I'll go days without food sometimes. Now, what has happened is if they need to appease me for a little bit, they'll let my ex-husband help me. Right? And then all of a sudden, tell her you're broke. Is that what you tell him to tell me? Tell her you're broke. Blame it on your son. But right now, what we told them a long time ago when it was Terry Wagner, if the money's consistent, we have no coercion case. Not with that. If it fluctuates based on what you need at the time, then we got one. Because you're coercing. So the same is true for my ex-husband. And my guy said, she better not be broke and have to ask, because you're going to pay. You pay with intel. You paid a lot of money to take my money to buy us that, and that will be used to get conviction against you, Mr. Perry. Nobody else has stuff like this. Nobody else is doing what I'm doing. It's completely different when you do the crime to me, isn't it? And yet, like, you don't know that. So add up, how much money are you spending to take my chunk change to buy us intel that we're going to use to put you in jail and get a conviction? Is it worth it? I mean, that's for you to decide. I can't understand any of your thinking, because it's very bizarre and very strange. I'm not a sadist. I don't get off on hurting people like you do. Most people don't. You've got a very small crowd of people that sit around and hurt people all day long, and you've convinced each other you're the norm, and you're not. You're abnormal as it gets. There's a reason what you're doing is illegal, because it offends people, it's inappropriate, and nobody likes it. That's why we get the help and you don't. Man's kindness brings blessings. We get the information, snap of a finger. And his cruelty will be his downfall. When you're cruel, people don't like that. They get mad. So when they get mad, they rant and they talk about it. You have well overspent the emotional capital of people in my life that you're using to try to get to me, that you should know anything about. So everybody's going, why is he always in Oklahoma? Why can't she eat? Why is he doing that to her? Every time somebody says, why is he doing that to her? The next thing is, how did she find out about that? How does she know about that? Because people are not comfortable with what you're doing. And we've told you that over and over and over and over. We say it, then we show you. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. We get it before you do it, not after. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. If I don't have food, we get intel. I don't have my privacy, we get intel. So everybody knows you're trying to traffic me. And now I'm worth millions. And then here's your canned food, $1 million girl. Wow. Yeah, okay. Well, is it working? Are you getting what you want, doing what you're doing? You wanted to make DoorDash not work tonight so I go home? That shouldn't be working now. I worked all day. So, 270 is not 30, is it? I'll take your steak and here's your canned food. You ran our customers off from the club. Now blocking DoorDash orders from coming in. You'd only let the bad ones through, right? Okay, so what he said in March 2020 is, no threats, no bribes. You owe her legal debt, pay that, and get the fuck out of her life. Get the club full of paying customers because you ran all the good ones off. And put your chunk chains, grabby weirdos in there. Your 5 guys with their canned food, and all the guys with money, you ran them off. So, fix that. Get that club full of paying customers that are not gentlemen and not grabby, and pay. Spend money in there. Get Fabian and Tristan up to Tulsa so they can talk, and you butt out of that. It's not your business. You cause problems. You cause conflict. You cause a problem everywhere. Everything's drama. Somebody said that the other day. Everywhere David and Charles go, there's drama and everybody's broke. It's drama, it's problems, and everybody's broke. And I can imagine everybody's sick of that. And these people have come in and they're finally making them stop because everybody's sick of that. They don't seem to be having any problem at all getting help because everybody's sick of it. It's not normal to act like that. And my guy said, get Michael Neely home to his family and you get the fuck out. And if you don't do it by yourself like a big boy, I will do it for you. So when we get intel, dum-dum, that's what that's for. I'm your $1 million. I could lose millions if I don't get her trafficked. I'm worth millions. Calvin, you better remember who it is you're dealing with when you take my $6 and sit down and we'll run her all over town. We'll just run over here and then cancel the order, and then we'll run over there and we get to cancel. Oh no, we can't. I gotta get a plane ticket. We gotta get her out of, subjugate her and get her out of Oklahoma. She's catching my crime. You're a cop, aren't you? Are you a cop? You're a corrupt piece of shit. Maybe people are sick of that. Maybe people are sick of that, Richard. I mean, you tell me. You hear anybody at the water cooler at dinner? I'd like to have a town full of corrupt cops where I live, in my community. No. You know what you hear people say? Man, you gotta get rid of that shit. It's always the bad ones that ruin the good thing. Yeah, you gotta get that shit out of there. They should be fired. That's what you hear the public, the paying public, they pay you. That's what they say, Calvin. So, yeah, nobody thinks it's cute. That's why I know you're bald and fat and all this stuff that you and Sanjay do this crap, this DoorDash shit. Sanjay, you're in a lot of trouble, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't fucking know what's wrong with you. Any of you that hurt people for fun, nobody understands that. Like, you guys have your little meeting and you decide it's okay, but like, you're the minority. Everybody else is like, yeah, no, that's not okay. That's sick. That's just really sick. I mean, I'm glad somebody's finally making them stop. Where can I sign up to help make that stop? Because we're all tired of it. We're all just fucking tired of it. Okay, so remember who's getting the goods. We got the goods. We got the intel. The intel will be used to make it stop. So you didn't do what he said in March 2020. We got those after March 2020. They got all this after March 2020, Betancourt. Got your name, Betancourt, after March 2020. He said, give it back and get the fuck out, in so many words, didn't he? Or I'll do it for you, through the legal process. See that? You can go to jail. We'll come see then, if you think it's cute then. I'll be like, hi, I'm the $1 million girl. Now is it cute? The shit you put me through, the hell, the unbearable duress you put on me? Huh? Can you not get a date the normal way? Can you not make money by being smart? Have you sat down and added up how much it cost you to get us this? Maybe you take my chunk change, and you spend a lot of money taking my chunk change, and that bought us that. And all that will be used to put you in jail. Betancourt. Who's Bruce? Who's Oscar? Who's Greg? Who's Tim? Who's Nikki? Those are just the most recent names we got. You take from me, they take from you. Everybody wants y'all to stop. It's sickening what you're doing. It's sickening. So everybody can see now why I'm always broke. When I'm working at the club, they ran off the customers. So my guy said, give it back, fix what you broke, and get the fuck out. And he told you this weekend, after you fucked up my school loan, he called the professor and told her, fail her. We heard you. We heard you talking to her. It was recorded. We got to traffic her. She can't have that loan money. Actually, I should need a loan because you owe me so much. It's $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home. You're using my body for profit and for entertainment and for your pretend little whatever the fuck it is goes through your head. And $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. This is an attempt to collect a legitimate debt before I take you to court. Now, that I don't know when I'm going to take you to court, but you're going to go to court for that. It might be after your criminal trial. It might be before. I don't know you any answers, do I? So, how many of you are going to get sued with him? It's co-conspirators or, your partners or whatever the fuck you call that. I think it's called a co-conspirator. Co-defendant. Yeah. Don't you have a lawsuit against me? See, I've not been served. Matt, Charles, and Dave don't want me at the club or I'd be waitressing. And then every time I decide maybe I'll go back tonight. Then Charles starts typing in my phone, I'm going to have you arrested tonight. I can't wait to see you. We're going to get married. Oh my God. Well, then I'm not going. I said no. I think you're a big fat turnoff. I'm trying to help these guys put you in jail. Your conduct is illegal. If it's illegal, people don't like it when you do that. You do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. Charles, when you contact me, every time you contact me, every penny you take, every minute of my privacy you take, we get more of this. These are subject lines of emails that I typed up of a police recording of y'all. Ringtone Richard. Get a ringtone, Richard. So I hear the police recording, I typed that up in the email. And in the subject line is ringtone Richard or something. Get a ringtone. And then I email it. So then I've got evidence that we had it before. It's very specific and we go into great detail. I'm not going to sign your lie. Don't tell my family that you're trying to help me because you're full of shit and you're not. You're trying to hurt me. And have they not figured that out by now? I won't be trafficked. I'm not going to be trafficked. I'll eat out of a dumpster. And then there goes your million dollar girl. Okay. So, we're just going to get more of this. The reason we have that, how'd she find out? Who told? Why? When I'm broke, when you invade my privacy, when you, bring your problems and drama and impose them on me and other people that don't like you, you're an imposition and a burden. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma, Charles. Why are you here? Go home to your family. Especially if you're being harassed in Oklahoma. Maybe you'll be safer at home in Lubbock with your family. Everybody's very upset with you. She goes to Oklahoma to be with her family and get away from Mr. Perry. He won't even let her see her family. Yeah. What an ass. So we get more of that. Very, very detailed information before you do it, not after. So we got mains rea, we got premeditation, we got all the evidence we need to show intent and all that crap. And every day that I have no food, we get more. Every day you don't let my ex-husband help me, or I call him and ask him. I shouldn't have to call him. But if I do, he better fucking not yell at me. Every time he yells at me, that gets us more. My guy said she better not fucking be broke. March 2020. Look what we got, Betancourt. Every time you guys make me broke. Yeah. Alright. So, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. And deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. Sex trafficking, which comes with a life sentence per count every time you do it. What day are they going to arrest you? And how bad are they going to make things for you? And who's going to do it?